Hi, welcome to Sikkhon.com. In today's video tutorial class, we will see by using MS Excel for our office or for our business work, how do we prepare an expense sheet, which means we will perform calculations of expenses and also note down areas of expenses so that in the end of the month or year, we can tally our expenses and save it. So let's go and start today's class. For an example, I have prepared a sample of an expense sheet as you can see. If you notice on that, we can also see that there are 3 columns created which are name, date, expense title, amount. So by the help of data of dates like 1st, 2nd and 3rd, I have noted down the purpose of expense and the amount spent on it. And to perform the calculations of the amount, I have created here a summary box. Firstly, I have only noted down expense title and created a summary of it, which means the total expenses will be of these options or these purposes. We will have to remember one thing when we create a sheet or a document. For an expense, we will have to create a category of expense, which means what is the purpose of our expense, and we will then shortlist it according to the purpose, so that we can calculate at the end of the month what were the office expenses, what were the advertisement expenses and what were the salaries. So at that time we can group this and take out the total. And onto the left hand side we have single entries, which means when we do entries, when we write anything related in this section, the total summary will be shown here. For example, if I click here and from here I select salary, the salary output here shows 6,000. If we now write salary 5,000 here, as soon as we press enter, we can see that the salary has been added here and it's 11,000. So today, let us see how well we can create a sheet like this. Let's create a new document. And after this, the documents which we saw earlier and the design of that document, we will prepare it according to that. So firstly, let us copy and paste the data which we did earlier. And if you cannot design it in this way, then obviously you can watch out our previous videos of MS Excel course. You can learn it from there. So let us paste it here so that the video doesn't get too long. So here, as we can see, we have pasted down the format. So what did we bring here? It was the expense title. And another one is quantity, which means what are the total entries. And then there is summation or total. So we can see that the formula also copied from there. So let us delete the formula here. In the same way, we are going to delete the total so that it is a fresh document. After formatting, we will see how the format is designed this way. So I brought the title here. So in this way, we will design our expense titles. If there is some other groups you want to add, then you can simply write here. And after writing here, I will design the table according to it. Then comes the left part, where I am going to write every single entry of every day. So this is where our summation comes. But everyday single entries are gonna be on the left side. So for doing this, let us firstly give here date, then press tab and write title, which means category. Then comes the amount. If we have something other than this like description, we will create a description box so that I can give the expense details if the company requires it and work according to that. So now simply we have taken 3 fields, and if we need any other fields than this, then we already know how to create it and work with it. So I will click on C now, then I will align it on the right. Now comes the expense sheet, which we will see in 2 ways, which means if I want, I can still put on these names here, or I can even create a drop down here. So we will see one by one. Firstly, we will create an expense entry. For example, let us write 1/3/2020. Automatically it comes in date format. We saw this in earlier training videos. I'm telling it again, if you don't remember, you can watch our earlier videos and clear your doubts. So when we will be writing the title, we will have to remember the name should match as the right side one. We will paste the name from the right side to the left side. So to do this, in the same way, we can copy the NASTA written here, or we can write NASTA over here. Then here I simply write 550. In the same way 1/3/2020. And for example, if I write salary here. So the way I am writing over here, it should be the same and exact on the right one. So now let us write here 3,500. In the same way 2/3/2020. For example, if I write here advertisement, then simply copy this, and here I write 2500, 23, 2020, and in the same way here we write NASTA. Let us write here 1500, 33, 2020. So in this way, we are going to write down our daily expenses and keep on giving the details of the amount in the month end so we can create a sheet. Then that month's particular expenses are to be written down on a daily basis. We can also do this in another way. In the second part, we are going to see how to use drop down to work more easily. So let us start the first part about how we should do it. So here, let's write salary again. It comes automatically. So here I am writing 6500. So as we already know from the expense category, we are going to write it down one by one. Basically in a daily basis, so we are going to note it daily. Now comes the summation, which means at the month end when I will calculate the reports to submit it to the company or to the boss, or maybe to submit it somewhere else, then we will be needing summation. To understand what are the expenses on advertisements, what are the office expenses, salary expenses. So this helps us to calculate about what is the expense of the company in total and what is the net profit. So now what are we going to do? If we want to know the count that how much entries does NASTA has, then we are going to use a formula that is called COUNTIF. So let us give equals here. Then we write the name of the function, COUNT, count. Now it shows automatically COUNTIF. In the earlier classes, we have already seen that the SUMIF or the IF-SUM, COUNTIF. When we use all these formulas, then two options appear here. So if you have not seen this yet, then you can get the link from the above or from the description box below. You can watch the full MS Excel course and learn about SUMIF functions there. So here is range, then criteria, which means in which range I am going to perform the function. So we know this simple format where we drag this. What happens when we drag? When we give a new format, at that time the numbers won't get added. In the formula bar, it shows from B4 to B9, which means if I go to B10, it won't be counted here. So by sorting this, what we can do when I click on here, and then when we notice the formula, we will see that it shows B colon B, which means the full column of B. That full column is selected. You can go millions and millions of cells down and still your number will be counted here. So at first I wrote range, that what is the range that I am searching for. And then after typing comma, I'll have to type what is that I am searching. So what am I searching? What is our criteria? Our criteria is I am selecting NASTA over here. So here it shows case 7. So first I typed range as B, all to the end, and then I gave criteria, case 7, that in this whole range I am searching for NASTA. And after that, I will give the closing bracket, then press enter. When I pressed enter, we can see that we have 2 entries of NASTA, and in total I have 2 quantities here. So we already know the formula. When we drag the ending of this corner, then we can see that the total quantity has been generated. As an advertisement, it's 1. It shows 2 in salary. So in this way, we can create a summation. I know what are the total entries of salary and what is the total entry for advertisements. And then we need the total of it. Here we did COUNTIF. So when we will learn a new formula, we should remember that this formula is not only valid till this sheet, because it is just a formula. It can be used in any space. For example, you are creating a sales report and there you have more than 50 clients and you want to know a client named Abdul Qasim and how many entries does he have in this month's sales report. Then you can easily extract it using COUNTIF. You will just have to select the names column. And then as soon as you select the name of the client, you'll have the report that in this month, if there is any collection of Abdul Jabbar, Abdul Kafar, so in this way we can extract it easily that Abdul Jabbar has any sales in this month or not. Now we will learn how to extract the total. And for total it is not COUNTIF. COUNTIF is for counting. Whenever we will do summation, we will use a SUMIF. In the same way we will type equal to and then write the name of the function SUM and select SUMIF. After selecting SUMIF, we have 3 options called range, criteria and SUMRANGE. I'm repeating this again. You can watch the earlier videos if you don't understand. So we know the use of this. Firstly, we will have to select the range. That what is the range that we are going to perform this function in. So firstly, let us select B for SUMIF range. After selecting B, I will press a comma. After pressing comma, what field I want to sell, I want to select that. If we want to select Nasta, we can select Nasta. After selecting Nasta field, I will type comma again. After giving comma, I will select the C column that is here. So what we did right here, my range is B column B, and then my criteria is K7, which is Nasta. Then CC is the field which will be summed here. So I will close this now and press enter. As soon as I press enter, we can see the summation has automatically come up as 2050. Let us check if this is right. Nasta has 550 as first, second is 1500, so 550 and 1500 is 2050. And we can see that 2050 has already come up, so let's drag this formula. So my formula is now set with every entry. So now if we again simply type salary here, my salary shows 10,000 here. I'm typing here 6,500 and automatically it shows 16,500. So in this way we can create a sheet, whether it be expense or sales report or whatever type of report. I will type the daily expense on this side, and on the other side is the total summation that will appear automatically. The next option is this writing option, which is a bit problematic sometimes, like remembering the names exactly again and again and typing it, or when our chart is larger in size, or when we do client database with 50 or more clients, it becomes a bit problematic. What can we do here is use drop-down menu as a software so that our work becomes more easy. Then let us see how to do this. For doing this, we have to select B column first. Inside this B column, every field selected will be in the drop-down menu. If I select particularly one, then drop-down would be only one category. But we don't want that. So what we want here is whatever I type in the B column, that is selected and has a drop-down. And all the expenses will be in the drop-down. So what are we going to do? Let us select B and then data from menu. Then we do data validation. Let's click on this. The first option that appears on the screen, let's click it. After entering into this, we will notice we have some options. From here, we will go to list. After entering into list, there is an option called source on number. So remember this, we will have to select the source option from here. It has various other options in drop down. But what are the options that we want? Which means what are the options that we need? So let us click here. And after clicking, if I drag it like this, if it is longer, you can select it this way. After selecting, this is done. And also we will be doing this category firstly. So when I clicked on this after dragging and selecting it, then the name of the table and the column appears. We can see that here. Then press OK. After giving OK, if I click on this side, then we will see that there is an icon. Simply if I click here, then click on Nasta and type 500 over here, then we can see the total has automatically changed to 2550. And if now we go down, it won't be added to the other field because we have selected B here. Even if we go below, we will always have a drop down feature in the corner, very surprisingly. So in this way, we will create a sheet for calculation of expenses or sales for a company or for an organization. So in this way, we can use Excel beautifully to do calculations very easily. Thank you for being with Sikkhon.com.